Hello students, welcome to Essay Unit 4 Notes, Lesson 3. This is on IXL C3, which is identifying adjacent, complementary, supplementary, vertical, and congruent angles. So there's a lot going on here, but let's just recall a couple of things. The word complementary is it means that complementary angles, so it's two of them. It's when two, not three, not four, not one, but when two angles add up to 90 degrees. Supplementary, again, are two angles, not three, not four, not one, but when a pair of angles add up to 180 degrees. So complementary, C, complementary, and S, supplementary, the way I remember it is complementary comes before supplementary. So C comes before S in the alphabet, 90 comes before 180 in the alphabet, in the number line. So just remember, complementary is 90, two that sum up to 90, and supplementary are two that sum up to 180. Vertical angles are congruent. They're formed by opposite rays. So here's a ray. Let's just draw a random ray. Okay, let's draw a ray opposite to it. And I'm going to bring that ray right here. That ray is opposite. And then let's do another ray here. And let's do an opposite ray to that one as well. And what we see is angles that are congruent. So vertical angles are congruent. Whoops. And they are formed by opposite rays. So pretty much we went over complementary, we've gone over supplementary, we've gone over vertical, we've gone over congruent. Vertical are congruent. The only other ones are adjacent. And adjacent are the ones that are near each other. So vertical are the ones that I listed here. So let me label them 1, 2, 3, and 4. So angle, let's talk about vertical. Angle 1 and angle 3 are vertical. Whoops. Let me write it like this. I'm on an angle here. So vertical. Vertical angles are angle 1 and angle 3 and angle 2 and angle 4. So these are the pairs of vertical. Now adjacent ones, let's say use that color. I did not use this color. Okay, adjacent angles are angles 1 and angle 2, angle 2 and angle 3, angle 3 and angle 4, angle 4 and angle 1. So adjacent angles are the ones that are side by side. So 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 1. Versus vertical, which are 2 and 4, or 1 and 3. So we have adjacent, we have vertical, and then supplementary ones, 1 and 2 are supplementary. So if I wanted to do supplementary for this example, I would say, let's see, let me change to this color. I would say supplementary are angle 1 and, for those supplementary, I'm running out of room. Let's see. So in this case, that's all right. Supplementary are these right here. I'll just write it right here. So supplementary are 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and 4 and 1. because they are, they're actually right near each other, but they add up to 180 degrees because they're on a line. So that's our supplementary. What's really cool about supplementary, if angles are supplementary and they're also adjacent, then what I can also call them, if they're supplementary and adjacent, they're actually called a linear pair. If they're supplementary and adjacent, that is what we call a linear pair. They're a line, they're a pair that lie on a line, which makes them, they're a linear pair. Okay, they lie on a line, that makes them supplementary, and they're a pair, it's two of them, so they're adjacent and they're supplementary. That's a lot of vocabulary, but let's answer these questions now. So first one, it says, what angle is vertical to DFA? So here we have DFA. So I'm going to mark DFA, and it goes all the way from here to here. Let's take a look. DFA is this angle right here. It has E in it, but it's all of this right here. So what is vertical? Well, let's take a look. FA is a ray. Opposite to FA is ray FC. And then opposite to ray FD is FB. Therefore, it's between FC and FB. And so that's my vertical angle right there. So it's BFC or CFB. I have to see which one here. CFB, nope. CFB, nope. CFB, nope. CFB, no, but BFC, the backwards one, yep, that is all good. So the answer is BFC. So BFC is vertical to DFA. All right, next one, complementary. So we're looking for two angles that add up to 90 degrees. Well, if that one is 90, here's what else I know. I know that this one vertical to it is 90. Okay, those are two angles. Then I also know this one is 90, and I know that's 90, because we have really four right angles here. But the question really is not about the right angles, but it's really about which ones are, sorry, let me put in some right angles. Ooh, it does not want right angles here. Okay, hold on. It does not want me putting in a right angle, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's see if I can do that. Boom. Nope, doesn't like that. Does not like me moving it around. There we go. Four right angles. Looks pretty good. Now, what's complementary to angle 4? Well, angle 4 is right here, meaning that it would have to be angle 5. So angle 4 and angle 5 work together to make a 90-degree angle. Okay? What I could also say is 5 and 2 are vertical. So 5 and 2 are equal. So I could use 2 and 4. I could say 2 is equal to 5. And because 4 and 5 are complementary, then 4 and 2 are complementary. So I don't see 2 as an option. I do see 5 as an option. So that's the option I'm going to go with, is angle 5. Oops, that didn't work out that well. Let me erase that. Okay, angle 5. Ooh, I don't like that it's doing that. That is very weird. Whoa, things are disappearing all over. Hold on. That's very strange. It is going a mile a minute. Let's see. One more second. It does not want to redo. Okay, that's very strange. This pencil. All right, let me erase that. Let me put in 5 because we know 5 is the answer. And I'm going to make a box again. Did I lose anything else? No, it was just that. Okay. Okay, I have to leave this software because it's obviously not recognizing what I want it to do. Yep, it just failed. Okay. Okay, one more time. Here we go. Yeah, sometimes it just gets weird. It doesn't want to do stuff. All right. There we go. Those are my right angles. And 4 and 5 are complementary. Okay. What is vertical to 6? Well, here is 6 right here. Vertical to 6 is 3. How do I know that? Well, this is a ray that makes up angle 6, and here's another ray that makes up angle 6. So I have to look for rays that are opposite. So I go this direction, and I get this ray that's opposite, and then I go this direction, and I get this ray. And what's in between? Well, this is what's in between. It's right here and right here. So it is angle 3. All right. Next one. What is vertical to BGD? So BGD. Where's BGD? BGD is right here, BGD. And so this right here is actually a right angle. What is vertical to it? Well, G is the vertex here. We have GB and GD. So opposite that is GA and GE, making it A, G, and E. So AGE, AGE, which I don't see. Oh, I do see, but it's written EGA. So EGA is right there. So that's angle EGA. I'm just going in a different direction. E to G to A. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a little divider in here because it kind of looks like where does a question and answer end? And it ends right here. These are 2 separate questions. Okay, which angle is congruent to BGD? So here's BGD, BGD, and that is going to be a right angle because look at this. This is a straight line. So this part right here is a right angle. So this is a right angle, this is a right angle, and this is a right. There's a lot of right angle here. So we actually have 3 angles that are congruent to BGA. No, sorry, BGD. Because, give me a second. Because we have all 4 of those. So now the question is, what's congruent to BGD? So BGD, we could have DGE as an answer, EGA as an answer, or AGB as an answer, or reverse order, BGA, AGE, and EGD. So let's see, is EGF a right angle? Is EGF? EGF is not a right angle. That's not an option. Okay, so this one's not happening. What about AGC? AGC, we have AGC. It's a little bit more, look at AGB is a right angle, but AGC is a little bit too much, so that is not an option either. Okay, And now CGE, let's look at CGE. Here's CGE. That's a huge angle. That's obtuse. CG, that one's not an option either. Okay. AGB, let's take a look. AGB. AGB is the same as BGD. Yep. Okay, so that one is the one that's our answer. Okay. Alrighty. So next one, complementary to each other. Which angles are complementary to each other? So the question is, what two make up 90 degrees? So let's look at AGB. AGB is already a right angle. Whoa, so it can't be this one. If that's already a right angle, then CGD wouldn't have any value whatsoever. It would be 0, and that's not the way complementary angles work. So the next one is FGB. FGB, that one is more than 90 degrees. Therefore, right away, I know it can't be this one. Those are not options. Okay, let's look at AGC. So AGC is already way too large. Again, AGC is more than 90 degrees. So let's look. Our last options are FGA, which is a small little angle here, and BGC, and those are complementary. And here's why. These two, angle 1 and angle 2, add up to 90 degrees, right? Because they're complementary. So measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 equals 90 degrees. They're complementary. And then what do I know about angle 2? Well, it's vertical to angle 3, right? So we know that these are congruent. Therefore, wherever I see a 2, I can actually put in a 3 instead. Okay, they have to equal 90 degrees. So now what is angle 1? Angle 1 is angle FGA. And then what is angle 3? Well, angle 3 is BGC. Plus BGC. Hold on. Okay, sometimes it gets messy. Yep, see, there's a lot of mess here. There's like a lot of, it does like a billion dots. Measure of angle 1 is the measure of angle FGA. And the measure of angle 3 is measure of angle BGC. And that is equal to 90 degrees. Okay? And so that one, these two are the complementary ones. All right. Whoa, which angles are vertical to each other? So HAI and JAE. So HAI is right here, right? HAI and JAE. These are vertical. But they are, oh yeah, okay. Well, I think I found it. HAI and JAE are vertical. All right, let's just make sure none of the rest are correct. Okay. So let's see. GHA is this one. And IAJ is not even near it. So those are not it. Okay. AEB, so AEB and IAJ, those are not it. Oh, I got the last one wrong. JAE was supposed to be over here, and HAI was right here. Those are, oh yeah, those are vertical. Okay, yeah, I'm doing it right. Okay, GHA GHA, and IAJ were those two. So that's a no. Those are not vertical. Okay. Now this one was a no because AEB, which is this one, and IAJ is that one, and those are not vertical. And then AHD is this one, and EDK, so EDK is that one. Those are not it. So the only vertical ones are these, which I found earlier. HAI and JAE, which are these two right here. All right. All right. So we have a couple more problems. And let's see. Which angles are adjacent? So which ones are near each other? So we're going to have to go through this list again. And let's just mark them. I'm just going to mark them quickly. So we have JAE. JAE is this one. I'm just following it down. JAE. And KGL. So KGL. So those are not adjacent. They're not side by side. Okay, so this one's a no. DGK. DGK. And GDE. GDE. Those are not adjacent. They're not side by side. Okay. The next one is EAG, which is this, and IAJ. Well, those are vertical, but they're not adjacent. So let's check the last ones. We want side-by-side angles. IAJ, so IAJ, and JAE, which is this one. Those are side-by-side. So the answer, adjacent angles, are those two right there. All right. Let's do which angles are supplementary. We're looking for a linear pair or something similar. So BEC, let me just mark them. BEC, so BEC is this one. And FDA, so FDA is this one. And they have no relationship to each other, so we're just going to erase that. So that one's a no. The next one is GDF, so GDF, and BEC, so BEC. Those have no relationship, so that's a no. Okay, again, we're looking for supplementary. Should stand out to us. So HAE, so here's HAE, and EAD, so EAD is this one, and look at that. They form a linear pair, okay? So I like that. So this is the answer, they're supplementary because they are adjacent and supplementary, so they are a linear pair. I meant to say they are a linear pair because they're adjacent and supplementary. Okay, and the last one, which I could test, is CED. So CED was this one, and FDA is this one. And again, we are not in the right spots for those. Okay, so we're going to erase those. So that is definitely, and so this one is now correct. Alrighty, so which angles are supplementary to each other? And for this one, we are going to look for, that linear pair. So we're going to look for either these two, or these two, or these two and these two, or maybe these two, or these two, and so on. So there's really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 possible options. But only one of the ones listed here will work. So the first one is GAB. So GAB is this angle here. and EAF is this angle here. Well, those are vertical, so they're not supplementary. They're congruent to one another, but they are not equal to 180 degrees. So this one is not the one we're looking for. Okay, what about EAF? EAF, which is this one again, and BEC. So BEC is this one. Well, we don't know. Again, I'm just following these along. So BEC, that's how I know it's that. That's why I marked this one. Nope, this one also does not look like they are supplementary. We have no information. Could they be? Yeah, maybe, but we don't have enough information to really make that determination. All right, so BAE now, BAE, this one, and EBA. So EBA is that one. And again, BAE and EBA, I don't have enough info. Well, I know they're definitely not supplementary because all three add up to 180 because it's a triangle. But those two don't, it can't add up to 180, and we can't do all three of them. So this is not the answer either. So the last one is IBE. So IBE, which is this one right here, and EBA, which is this one right here. And look at that. Ding, ding, ding. These two are along the line, so they are 180 degrees. So that one is our answer. Those two are supplementary. Okay. All right. So which angle is vertical? Which angle is vertical to DFE? So in this case, we have DFE, which is here. So vertical is this one. These are formed by opposite rays. So DFE, whoops, not working, DFE. And this one, it's going to be angle BFC. Now we can change the order of that. If I wanted to do CFB, I could as well. Either order would work. So again, BFC is a good order, BFC, or it could have been CFB. Either one would have worked. Okay. Next one. What angle is supplementary to FGA? So FGA is this angle right here. FGA. And it's a right angle because it's vertical to DGC. See this one? FGA is vertical to CGD. Now, what can I do? Which one is supplementary? Well, there's a lot I can do. I could do this angle here. Okay, I could do DGC. Oh, I gotta exit the app. It's not working again. Okay, let's try that again. So I can do this angle here, DGC, because AGF is 90, so is DGC. That would make a total of 180. Or I can do this one, DGF, or I can do CGA. So I'm gonna do DGF. Why not? DGF. That can be my answer. So DGF. Any combination of two angles. Now you're gonna say, Mr. Wright, didn't you just pick three angles? Didn't you just pick both of these? No, no, no. DGE is an angle, EGF is an angle, but I'm not saying all three of them. I'm not saying this one, and this one. I'm just saying this angle here, this whole angle DGF is the one that I want to use. So DGF and FGA, or in this case they said, yeah, FGA are supplementary. All right, what is an angle that is adjacent to 1? Well, the two that are adjacent to 1 is 2 and 5. So either one of these would work. I'll pick angle 5. What angle is vertical. Now, again, adjacent just means near. Okay, they share a common ray, which they both do, and a common vertex, which they both do. So which one's vertical now to BGD? So BGD, this one is BGD right here. So what is vertical? Well, let's see. Here we have GD, and its opposite ray is GA. And then we have GB. Okay, that's the other part. And then here's my opposite ray over here. So it looks like all of this angle right here is what is vertical. And what is that? Well, it is EGA. Okay, so it goes from E to G to A because GE is opposite GB and GA is opposite GD. Because it was asking BGD, it's now going to be EGA for vertical. Okay. The next one, which angle is complementary to ADB? Well, ADC would add up to the other 90. So either order doesn't really matter, but we're going to say ADC is complementary to ADB. All right. Next question. Which angles are supplementary to CFD? So here we have CFD. So we have CFD, which is a 90-degree angle. So here's what can be supplementary to it. It can be this one, which is DFE. So do we see DFE anywhere? I see DFA. I see DF, no, and no. Okay, so I don't see any for that one. So DFE is one of them. But what else could be? Well, opposite, this vertical one. So EFB. Do we see any version of EFB? This is an EFB. This is an EFB. This is an EFB. This one's EFB and BFE. Yeah, that one works. Okay, so that one is a right angle there. So that is supplementary. So I'm looking for a supplementary, but I'm also looking for, congruent, because if they're congruent, because one of them's 90, the other one being 90 will add up to 180, right? So I'm looking for here, so 90 plus 90 is 180. All right, so that one works. What about BFC? So here's another one. Here is BFC, right? BFC. Is this BFC? No. Is that BFC? No. Is that BFC? No. What about CFB? CFB? No. CFB? No. CFB? No. So the thing here is that they only gave us one of the answers, even though there's more than one. It was select all that apply. And so I selected all of them that apply. All right, I'm just double checking. Yep, okay, so I did all the problems. I didn't skip any. Nope, okay. All right, so we have two left. Which one is complementary to DFE? So here's DFE. DFE is this one. The only angle that will work is this one right here, because together they're complementary. So yes, this one's 90 degrees, this one's 90 degrees, this one's 90 degrees. Together, this is 90 degrees. And that's what I'm looking for. So what is complementary to DFE? There's only one answer, and it's EFA. Now, it can be EFA or AFE. Let's look at which one is AFE. That one's not it. That one's not it. That one's not it. Oh, AFE. There we go. So EFA or AFE, those are the ones that work. Those options. They put just one of them, which is EFA. Okay. All right. Next one. Oh, last one. Which angles are adjacent to AGC? So this means that AGC is here. So here's AGC. All right. And we are looking for angles that are complementary. Sorry, adjacent. So here are some adjacent ones. This angle would be adjacent. This angle would be adjacent. This angle would be adjacent. And this angle. Okay, so there's a lot of angles because what I'm able to do is actually mix and match them. The point I'm trying to make here is that if I have GC as one of my rays and I have GD, that would also be an adjacent angle. But so is it if I go to E, and so is it if I go here, because all that matters is that they share this common ray and common vertex. So when I take this information right here, and I take this information, when I take that, see how they're both moving with me, both the blue and the purple? It's because they share a common ray and a common vertex, the vertex being G. So as long as I have the letters AG as part of it or GC as part of it, then I know I'm dealing with adjacent angles. Again, it can be as little as this, right? It can be as little as this. I didn't do a good job there, but you get what I'm saying. Oh, it can be as little as that, or this can keep spinning and it can be there. It just needs to touch this GC or GA. Okay, so let's take a look at each one individually. FGB, let me map out FGB. So FGB, these are not adjacent because see how they overlap? GB doesn't belong there. If it was here, they would be adjacent angles. They overlap, so this is not an option. So the answer to that one is no. What do we do? This one's no. What about EGA? So EGA is right here. And these share GA. So this one is an option. EGA, is an option. Okay. Because they share GA as one of the sides. And they share the vertex G. Okay, CGE. Let's take a look. CGE. This is also touching GC. They have a common vertex right there. They have a common side, GC, which is ray GC. So CGE is an answer as well. All right, BGD. I can't erase that one without moving it. There we go. Okay, the last one, BGD. Let's see where BGD goes. So BGD, again, this one overlaps. This one's a no-no. This would have to be here for it to be adjacent, or it would have to be here to be adjacent, but it can't be where it is now. So that one is a no-go as well. All right, and that's it. So these are fun. They do take a lot of time and energy, but you'll do good on them. So again, this is C3. Just remember, C3, adjacent means to be next to or near. Complementary is add up two angles, two and only two, that add up to 90. Supplementary is two and only two angles that add up to 180. Vertical angles are opposite. They're formed by opposite rays, and they are congruent. And then congruent angles, obviously, are congruent, but adjacent are side by side. And sometimes if they are special, if they are adjacent and they're supplementary, they are what we call a linear pair because they are both adjacent and supplementary. That means that they lie on a line. A pair of angles that lie on a line that are supplementary add up to 180 degrees, which form that line. All right, and that's it. Good luck.